Two huge games against Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur today in order for us to maintain our lead in the league. So it's a brilliant time for our best defender and best player in the Premier League to be injured for both of them. Yup, there's the table for your perusing. Emery's on to 7.6 for the season, over 33 games, injured for the first time all bloody year. But Chelsea, of course, sit in 10th, languishing on 49 points, not even really going to be making that much of an impact on the European places at this stage. But crucially, something I missed actually when it happened. Tottenham, 74 points. They've played 34 games, along with Man United, who are only 2 points behind us now. But of course, we're yet to play that 34th game, so we can go back to 5 on them. But win here, we go 9 points clear of Tottenham before we play them later on. Realistically, Man United have got Man City in their final run in, so, and ours are reasonably kind in general, the 3 teams remaining, when you look at the league table. Although that didn't matter for Tottenham, of course. Lost to Wolves, they're in 16th. The game hates them and Leicester for whatever reason. Neither of those two sides done really justice in my opinion. Although Wolves usually end up getting relegated because they get in Europe and then for some reason can't handle it. But whatever. Oh, and Barnsley were dispatched rather ruthlessly. That's where Medina was injured, by the way. He's also out. Not that really matters. Yeah, we had well over 30 shots in this one. 2-0 does not reflect that scoreline. They've changed their manager, by the way. Carl Robertson got poached. They're still 4th, though, in the Championship, so it looks like playoffs. I just hope the change in manager doesn't affect their chance of getting promoted. It'd be nice to see them, although they would then sever their link with us. So it's win-win for us, in my opinion. I'd like to see him come up. Oh, and the finalist that we're going to face is Chelsea. Of course, we're last year's Carabao finalist. Man United were last year's FA Cup finalists, I'm fairly certain, so they've swapped over this year. We have the constant. Domestic treble then. Well on the card still. Frankie Lampard has not been sacked, by the way, in case you were wondering. Suspect they might do it at the end of the year then. If they've waited this long, they might do it at the end of the year. Apparently, I criticised his managing methods last time. Do not remember that. Probably something my assistant said. No idea. But the team for this, of course, 2 major injuries in defence. I say major, 1 major injury in defence and the backup. Dutra's in goal. Saxton, Courage, Rick and Shaw will take that back line. Grimes and Serie, of course. Ramirez, Vidal and Cantoro. I've had a word for Vidal. I noticed his form is terrible. 6.56. Not good enough, mate. Alawar, Silva up front. Although, Vidal's the man for Chelsea usually. Submit that team and away we go. Now a point here, just 1 point here would be lovely, really. If we can get a point here, that maintains a 3-point gap on Manchester United. And I think we have a better goal difference than them. Tottenham we don't. I think Man United we do. Fabio Silva, Thiago Dantas still in their lineup. De Ligt, of course. Kepa, somehow. He's only 35. I think I did that last time. Slow as heck, but 35. And technically fine, I guess. Meanwhile, we have all of the plus points and the acceleration. Really shouldn't have done that, should I? Yep, that's just baited the game, hasn't it? I expect nothing but a win. I've come to Stamford Bridge. I've walked in that dressing room and I said I expect nothing less than a win. That is the kind of season we are having. That is the kind of positive attitude I will take. And Dantas is 90%, Vinicius Jr. 90%. Of course, we fresh from that midweek because I rotated basically everyone. Shonan couldn't because Naby was suspended. And Vidal played it because I don't really have anyone else to rotate into there. Because the person I tend to rotate Vidal with is Vidarson. And if I'm rotating the normal midfield, then yeah, basically. Told you. Absolutely told you that. It's been 2 shots in 15 minutes. Shall we refund the viewers? I know you said there. Refund the viewers. Refund the fans. Vinicius Jr. That's a... Dutra's acceleration took his legs out under him there. Vinicius Jr. picked the opposite side to what he was expecting, I think. Well held by Sergio. I don't think that's the end of this highlight. It started with a corner, so something more is about to happen. Cantoro just don't know why he's punted that towards the manager boxes there, but he's managed to find Silva, and Silva has found Kepa. I always forget. Kepa's Spanish, isn't he? I was thinking they might have been countrymen for a second, but no, they're not, are they? Dantas. De Ligt. That's a weird ball backwards. Silva, I think, is going to get onto this, because otherwise I don't realise what the highlight is. Silva's decided to take a very long way around. I suspect this is going to be assist rather than a shot, maybe. Yep, that's an assist. Ramirez. 1-1. Another player who's been a little bit quiet. In fact, that front attacking midfielder line have all been a smidge quiet of late. Cantoro, Vidal and Ramirez, all 3 of them. Silva's been okay, he scored recently, but Foreman, I suppose, actually is the most player in form in that attacking side. Really. Ramirez, though, puts that one away. Just nods it in. 1-1. And the vital point that, really, we probably need here. I love the fact Man United still only lost 2 games, and they're both us. 9 draws, which is what's cost them, but only 2 losses. To us. Home and away. Sorry, though. Finds Ramirez again, and that one's over this time. Actually, I think it hits the bar, apparently. Maybe. I've just realised they have a Gilmore, but it's not Billy. Craig Gilmore has emerged in Chelsea. I wonder if they're related in any way, shape or form. I mean, this is the important thing to be doing just before half time. No, we'll pretend. Like I say, I'm happy to take a point here. Maintain a 3-point. No, actually, it was the other way around. We have a better goal difference. The Tottenham is worse than Man United. I just remembered it being better than the team in second and worse than the team in third, but that was when Man United and Tottenham were the other way around, apparently. Watson, my namesake, finds Shirky. That's a fantastic save by Dutra, seemingly. Had 3 shots on target. We are not in this game. What? I'll just step back off the attacking a little bit because I'm kind of worried. I've literally just noticed the possession and the shots, really. That is kind of worrying amount of possession. Well, not really worrying amount of possession, but the shots we're having is not fantastic. Time to get a little bit more creative. Maybe get a ball in here. This is a set piece for us. Seri. Couldn't really tell for a second. Seri has hit the post. That's the nearest he's gone since he scored. Which wasn't that long ago now. Vidal, I've warned you, Vidal. Well, double change it is then. Pulisic against his former club. Went via Liverpool. And Vidalson comes in the attacking midfield as well for the woeful Vidal, who has not turned up this time. Cantoro is a position we're sort of alright in. Obviously, we've got Push as a backup. We can always play Madeira on that side. His other foot's not too bad. We can always play anyone as a winger over there as well. Ponce, Ramirez, or... Actually, I don't think Ramirez can do it, but Madeira and Ponce can play as winger over there. Right, let's find a third because Grimes is also problematic. Just got to whack Taco in there. It's not really an upgrade in any way, shape, or form, but I'm happy to see this out 1-1, and we have. So another irritating injury. I wonder what it was. Does it tell me here? No. It will tell me over here, won't it? Actually, but don't like the sound of that. Chelsea actually unbeaten in 12. They're in 10th. How have they managed that? 100 career league appearances for Rick and Vidal. Actually, I'm going to say far from pleased because the performance was actually terrible. And now Tottenham await in a couple of days' time. Brighton just beat Manchester City. What is going on this year? I think it's good just to take a moment to take stock of this year. It feels a little bit like the League One campaign in a way. Yeah, Man United seem to be sort of running us to the end of the season. Tottenham have slipped up, of course, we do play them next. But the big guns, typically the big guns that are there at the very beginning of the save, of course, in 2019-20, Man City and Liverpool in particular. Not really there this year. Liverpool 4th, 66, Man City 54 points. Arsenal dropped off as well, 52. Everton, who were up there the last couple of years as well, 6th and 56. And Chelsea, of course, down in 10th. What? Sorry, why are we suddenly 18-1? We've been 5-1 all bloody year, and now suddenly we're 18-1. Apparently our key player is Teco, who isn't even in the Dream 11 projected lineup. Sorry, he's apparently one of our best 2 players now. Bear in mind comparisons are with other defensive midfielders, which we don't have. I'll go on Seri, and it shows that a little bit there. He's 3 stars in terms of the actual midfield. I've been training him as deep-line playmaker in the middle just to get him a bit further forward. Seri's obviously better than Teco. Let's look at that for crying out loud. That's baffling. Oh yeah, what's this? Oh, it's a broken foot. I knew it was going to be bad. Well, 3 months to a specialist. The money doesn't matter to us anymore. He's 20. What is it with the right-sided players with massive injuries? Don't know, I promised him. Your playing time's not going to be affected because he might just stop developing when he comes back. Valverde wants both Shaw and Silva, apparently. Everton boss. Threw me for a second there. Everton boss, Ernesto Valverde. Porto manager, Pep Guardiola. The manager situation is wild. Right, how are we fitness level-wise? No, we'll rest most of them for this key one. Gonzalez is doing really well at Colne, by the way. Physically still needs to develop. But 14 goals in 30 league appearances isn't too shabby for a team towards the bottom of the Bundesliga. And of course, Barwick's done fantastically at Barnsley this year. So, loan's going quite well this year. Thanks, Keeley. I wouldn't have bothered about Budak otherwise. Right, this is a little thing. I know obviously the match engine's on most people's minds when it comes to FM21 tweaks, but delete these. Delete these. These are entirely pointless pieces of information. Well, within the league, these are entirely pointless pieces of information. I don't mind these for cup situations, when you're obviously against teams that you're not necessarily up against every year. Oh wow, it's just showed me the last match for Tottenham, and look who scored against them. Wow. He only just left... Well, he left Barcelona, actually. But he's only just joined Wolves this year. Oh, that's amazing. Left Tottenham like 3 years ago, but actually did the team meeting, went well. 2 people didn't like it. Concerningly, one of those was Sergio Dutra. In terms of FM21 and press conferences, please also delete. This player has been with you throughout the leagues, being in every other press conference. I don't mind it being there every now and then, but every other press conference, it's his mentality that impresses me the most. Just allow me to put that in as an automated answer every time. And B, also delete people, and I've said this before, who are only with you on loan, ever, really. Especially players who are only on loan with you for 6 months. As being, oh, it'd be good to see them again. I've had hiccups that lasted longer than those loans. I want to see them again. Or Joe. He knew what I was getting into. He knew he was literally just there for the numbers. That's a good point. I need to find an English goal. Oh no, I don't need to find an English goalkeeper anymore because Sergio doesn't need to be registered. He's an English citizen now. Mr. Lumley was an acquisition before that happened. You're obviously well aware, though, that they bought Hidalgo, Everton did. I don't think I ever said that they came in for Dutra first. Like, I rebuffed them from Dutra, who wasn't overly keen. Then they came in for Hidalgo. Then I obviously sold him to them. I mean, they've got no injuries, which is fun for them. Oh, Bruce has been injured on loan. Didn't get that notice. Everyone seems to be good, so the formation will just go as is there, really. I'm actually slightly worried by Grimes. Alex Ramirez has averaged 6.56. He scored in the last one. Oh, screw it. I'm doing it from the beginning. Vidalson's coming straight in. Vidal's played a lot of games in a row. I can't blame him if his performance are being hit because of that. But there's the Tottenham team that we know and love already. Yeah, we played them 3 times already this year in episodes. 4, actually. Community Shield. No, actually, I didn't do that on an episode, did I? But yeah, the back to full strength. Parrott on the left, Rosie on the right. That's different Allison on their bench. Goalkeeper. No, actually, yeah, get revenge. What? That always feels a little bit too aggressive. I mean, everyone's motivated. Just go. Go. Oh, both sides are fit. They, of course, didn't have to play midweek. They had no FA Cup commitments, so they just played last weekend in the league and lost to Wolves, admittedly. We are at our stadium, and that has somehow not gone in. We do tend to fare better when we're at home against Tottenham, naturally, as you'd expect. Tottenham away seems to be the absolute bogey. Oh my God, how's that not gone in? How did it not go in on the follow-ups? I just sat there in astonishment more than anything. Yeah, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium appears to be a tough nut in general. We've won basically away everywhere else. Anfield we've done, I think. Old Trafford we've definitely done, of course. The Etihad we've done. That's over. Emirates, long time ago. But the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I don't think we've actually won here yet. Or there yet, I should say. We're not there now, thankfully. That being said, I will also settle for a point in this match as well. A point keeps us ahead of Manchester United, of course. I'm actually going to be straight up aggressive because we've just not really performed as a first team. The first team. I haven't really performed in 5 or 6 matches. Like the full rotated side against Barnsley, of course, played very well, but we were against Barnsley, who actually, despite being 4th in the Championship, our media predicted 22nd. So that is an incredible season from them. Not only is it semis in both the cups, 4th off a media prediction of 22nd, they are absolutely FMing their way through that year. If you were playing them as a football manager right now, you'd be going, what is going on with the engine? What? You'd be accusing them of saves coming. Saxton? Nope. Hasn't got that one. Rosie? Right, okay, so Rosie's out quite wide here. That's far too easy for him to get past. The other defender comes to cover, and straight at Sergio, thankfully. The other defender did just enough, Rick I presume it would be, to keep that one from going anywhere other than straight at. Sergio Budak, though. Courage, I mean, it's courage that's... Oh, God, this is so easy. He saved him. Saved, thankfully. I don't understand what's happening. Where are our players... I mean, we obviously had them up for the throw-in, I just realised. I just wonder where our defenders were there. Oh, God, again, the possession is just... Both sides playing positive, which probably doesn't help. Yep, Grimes is coming off. Just get him off. Now, the advantage this time is I can do that and bring Vidal on. Just get him straight off. Might as well not be on the pitch. Madeira on for Ramirez as well, who was getting a little bit tired too. As well as being a fairly weak performance. Grimes ticked over a 6.0 just as I took him off there. He was on 6.3, I swear, when I took him off. Around a little more. Don't really want to make any changes because barely so any other change I make right now weakens the team. Could bring Foreman on. Could bring Foreman on for perhaps Pulisic on the right-hand side and then push him up. Might just do that, actually. Middle highlight. This is bold. Well tackled. Chow. Oh, it's made a meal of that. That's our fullback. Actually, our defenders... I felt all right when the save was made. I felt all right when that save was made. This is pathetic. Kimaju, this is pathetic. What happens here, Rick? When the save was made, I thought, oh, good. And then I realised, of course, it went straight to Budak. I mean, defensively, we have been absolutely rubbish today. How are our defence the best players? How's Rick on a 7? We just saw his non-tackle. It looked like he was trying to step on his foot, for crying out loud. Right, Saxon's got the ball, but of course it's a tackle, so it didn't go directly to Madeira. Madeira had to work for it and get it off the player again. I wish I'd hit the desk there, because that would have made it proper. Right, see you all in training tomorrow. That was rubbish. We've got a week this time, thankfully. Not being in the Champions League, I think, has probably helped me there. Likely talking points, your reaction to the match? Just the one question. It was a fairly It was a fairly even game, actually, on paper. In terms of the actual stats, it was pretty even. They got super lucky at the end there. I just wanted to say something. I just wanted a question mark to say I'm fuming manually at the bottom there, but nope, game didn't even give me that. Either by home, of course, just 3 games ago. Anyway, 3 matches next time out. Wolves, Leicester, Brighton. Wolves, of course, Tottenham lost to away from home just lately, so that's not good news. And Brighton, who Man City lost away to recently as well. And Tottenham's perennial nemesis, Leicester. So, 3 games against the other Big 6 teams' worst nightmares to finish off the season. But on paper, they're 16th. They're 13th at home. They're 14th. So the 2 away games against 14th and 16th. The home game against 13th. You think. Oh, it's all got so real very suddenly. See you tomorrow. Until then, ta-ra.